And welcome back to Cigar Time, your friendly neighborhood show all about premium cigars.
And other stuff.
And other stuff, whatever we think about. So, welcome back, everyone.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah,
Welcome back, everyone, for watching.
Hi.
So, today we are smoking the Drew Estate Blackened M81.
Yes, sir. It is, well, it's interesting in a few different ways. I don't typically think much of celebrity cigars,
Yes.
but this is a really interesting collaboration between Jonathan Drew at Drew Estates and James Hetfield, the front man of Metallica, the band.
Yeah.
And what's his name? Ron Dietrich, who is the master distiller at Maker's Mark.
Right.
So Hetfield and Hetfield and Dietrich launched a brand of whiskey called Blackened whiskey.
Yes.
And part of the thing about that whiskey is when it's aging in the barrels, they play Metallica music really loud,
Oh
and it
my,
vibrates the barrels.
oh my God.
Be that as it may, they also smoke cigars together, so they got together with Jonathan Drew to come up with something appropriate as a blackened cigar. The blend is definitely appropriate for that.
It's definitely a unique blend.
Well,
I've
first,
never seen it before.
first of all, it's all Maduro,
It's all Maduro.
but it's not even just triple Maduro, it's quadruple Maduro.
Yeah.
So the wrapper is a Mexican St. Andres,
Mhm.
not too much of a surprise. The binder is a Connecticut broadleaf, not too much of a surprise. The fillers are Nicaraguan Maduro and a really rare, very strong Maduro leaf from Pennsylvania called Pennsylvania One Sucker.
Never heard of it.
It's rare, but
Oh,
that's
why?
what they call the breed, Pennsylvania One Sucker.
Okay.
I didn't dig into it.
I did, yeah.
Why they call it that.
I
Because you can only get before the
I thought it was just Nicaraguan, but
No,
I didn't know it was Pennsylvania.
it's all kinds of interesting Maduros.
Mm-hmm. I think it's
Good for you.
fucking. Yeah, I had a chance to drink the blackened
Whiskey?
whiskey, but I decided against it. So I drank Buffalo Trace. But the reason I decided against it is because I looked at the tasting notes,
Yeah.
and one of them was cinnamon, and you
You
know
don't
I
like
don't
cinnamon.
like cinnamon, so I didn't drink it. So I just had some more
Well, Buffalo Trace. There's nothing wrong with that.
So, but and now I regret it
Hmm.
because I want I want to try it. I'm gonna have to get some. So
At least one.
at least double shot of it.
Very, very good.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it really?
I went and bought a bottle.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it expensive?
No, no more than usual. I mean, probably around,
$50?
yeah, somewhere around 45, 50.
Okay. I'll have to get a bottle of it. So,
Usually, collaboration cigars, and especially celebrity cigars, seem to cost a lot more than they should
yes.
because of the celebrity element.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, this cigar is in the $9 to $10 range, depending on the size.
Right. Right. I don't think he needs any more money.
Who, Jonathan?
No, well,
Hetfield.
Hetfield, yeah.
No, I don't think he does.
He makes a buttload of money with his music.
And I would imagine the guy from Maker's Mark makes a lot of money too.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the head distiller.
I do love Maker's Mark. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
They also make this in Connecticut. And
Yeah,
that's the S84.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
It might be 88.
I think it's 84.
But it's kind of an oxymoron to have a blackened Connecticut.
Yeah. Well, Well, Rocky does the same thing. An edge light.
Yeah.
An edge is you're supposed to have an edge, but the light, it's like doesn't make any sense. So, but I think we have smoked this on the show before, but it's been a long. It's been a while since we have. I remember. I mean,
Probably when it first came out.
Yeah, I smoked.
2022.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Wow, man, these years are flying by. I smoked a lot of these cigars. I think it's really good. Not to give anything away. No spoiler alert. So, I'm definitely getting the sweetness, but not as much as you think.
No.
Being all Maduro, you'd think you'd
Well,
get a lot of sweetness.
that's because this Pennsylvania one sucker is supposed to be very, very strong.
Okay, so it overpowers the sweetness.
Or at least it tempers the sweetness.
Yeah. So.
A little bit of pepper, not too much.
Mm-hmm. A boatload of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yes, the fog will start setting in here shortly.
Yeah. Oh, you got the black. Yeah, it's $50. Well, it's $49.99, marked down from $50.
Save a penny.
You know, I tell that joke all the time. Like when somebody comes in, like actually yesterday somebody came in and it was it came to $47.99, and I said $47.99 marked down from $48. And this guy actually laughed. I'm like, you know what? You're the only person to laugh at that joke. Art, that's Art's favorite joke. You remember Art? I mean, I think you guys remember Art.
Who?
Yeah.
That was Hefe.
He doesn't live around here anymore.
One of those other places.
He's in hurricane-torn Sarasota, Florida.
The new Hurricane Alley.
Yeah.
Isn't that the day he decided to fly a kite?
Yeah. You know, I can't see how flying a kite.
What? He did that and he discovered electricity?
Yeah. You know, he didn't discover electricity.
Yes, I know that. He discovered that lightning is
It's
electricity.
electricity, right? And what it'll do to you.
Yeah.
The words he said when the bolt hit there.
Ow!
No, you can't repeat on the air. It's like the seven words you can't say on TV.
Mm.
I suspect if he got struck by lightning, he would have said all 7 of them.
Yeah.
All at once.
You know what? George Carlin will have to revise that.
Oh, he did before.
Before he died?
Yeah, he did came out with the original 7.
Yeah.
Then he expanded upon it. Later in his career, he expanded upon the 7.
Expanded.
Well,
I don't
now
think you
some
have
of
to
the 7
contract
they
them.
can put.
They can
They can
contract.
air routine.
Like you can say tits on TV.
Yes, but there was no. You should look it up. It's like compound stuff.
But now,
Sentences.
oh.
He added a bunch of stuff.
Now it's
What
those
is
words.
the use of tits on a TV?
Those
Get
7
him off
words.
the TV and back in bed.
Those 7 words you couldn't say on TV for a long time, and now you can say most of those words on TV, but you can't say other things.
Like midget.
Like right, exactly.
Like
or
one
retard.
One of
You
the
can't
words.
say- you can't say that.
One of the words he came up with was mother.
Right.
He said that shouldn't be on there. It's a compound word.
It is a compound word, or at least hyphenated. But yeah, there's other words you can't say because of the woke shit that's going around and the political correctness, which is just tyranny disguised as manners.
I like that.
If you think about it,
Tyranny disguised.
here we're talking
as
about
That's
a
what it is.
comedian that said stuff like that during his show, and then you have like all the TV programs that we watch that you could not watch today because of the content.
Yeah.
We grew up in a generation or in an era that we saw that stuff all the time, and we're not offended by it.
Right.
Well, people are offended by it now, so they don't know about it, they don't watch it, they can't speak it, they don't know, they're offended by everything.
Everything.
You mean like the Little Rascals?
Oh, that's some great stuff.
We're all in the family.
You know,
One of the best
actually,
shows ever made.
that was the first integrated TV show,
Yeah.
The Little Rascals.
And the Jeffersons.
Yeah.
Two of the greatest shows ever. And they could never be made now.
Oh.
Although they'll make the Jeffersons. But they won't.
wouldn't
They
be
would
the
never.
same.
No, but you can't do All in the Family.
If they redid the Jeffersons, there would be even more stupid white neighbors.
Yeah.
Because that was the thing.
Yeah.
We even had a show back then, All in the Family.
Did I just say that?
Yes, you did.
I think I said it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did, but I was reiterating it
Oh.
according to what you just said.
Oh. The greatest show ever. I should go back and rewatch it. It's funny. And what's his name? Rob Reiner is the same character in real life.
Yeah, pretty much.
He is a meatball.
A meathead.
Meathead.
Meathead. Yeah. Meatball something different.
Yeah.
And it looks like Sally Struthers like eat him.
And everybody else she could get her hands on.
That's a shame.
Well, there's some cigar news.
Oh, we got cigar news?
Well, it's a little sparse this week,
Okay.
but Ford manufacturers are coming out with new TAA models for
What?
this year.
TAA is going on right now.
Yep.
In Aruba.
They got
Okay.
No.
EP Gorilla is coming out with one.
Okay.
Or I'm probably mispronouncing this if I am correctly. Aurora?
Aurora.
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 Okay.
It's Christian.
Aurora.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
Tempo
Forest Field.
Fuego.
Huh?
Tempo Fuego. Coming out with a time list for the TAA.
Oh, Ferry Ortega.
Yeah, Ferry, I think. Okay. Maybe not very good on my
That's
Spanish.
all right.
And Hoya del Nicaragua is coming out with
Okay.
the TAA. So 4 new releases.
In case you don't know, TAA stands for Tobacconists Association of America.
And we're one of them.
Woo.
It is the 70 or so most renowned brick and mortar retailers in the country. And in this part of Pennsylvania, it's only us.
Yeah.
And each year, many of the major, if not most, of the major manufacturers and some of the boutique brands come out with something special and exclusive for the TAA. And we always get them, we have them, and they're typically very interesting.
Yeah, I wonder if Tatuaje's coming out with one this year. Well, it won't be out this year, it'll be out next year, like they always do. Like the 2024, the 2023 came out, there is no 2024.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it'll come out in 2025. Like they always do. It's always a year late.
And this year they had 2. The TAA, they also had a PCA.
PCA, right, a PCA and a TAA. You and I disagree on it. You like the TAA,
No,
you like the PCA, and I like the TAA.
TAA has more body. The PCA is cleaner.
I like that.
That's the nice thing. Is they came out with a different
Right, different blend.
blend.
Yeah.
Yeah, not just another
Not
size.
just put a label on the box that says it.
Yeah, it's a totally different blend, and they couldn't taste more different
No,
because because you like one and I like the other.
well, that's about as different as you can
I
get.
don't
Right,
know.
exactly.
I don't know if this is new news or old news. You correct me if it is. Altatis is coming out with a Monte Cristo M.
Monte Cristo M.
I think they had that out before. It might be a different.
Well, they say
What's the deal?
it says they announced it. So
What is it?
I did read that.
New entry into the Monte Cristo brand. Monte Cristo M, which is a company uses a 20-year-old wrapper leaf.
Hmm.
Wrapper is an Ecuadorian Connecticut seed leaf grown. And underneath is a Nicaraguan grown binder and filler for the company calling the blend medium in body.
Does it say
I
who
was
makes it?
I was thinking of the Macanudo M.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a whole
That's
different,
a whole
that's a
different
flavor.
story.
And the
story.
cigar is made by A.J. Fernandez
Yeah.
in Nicaragua. And they're saying the initial release will be 4 sizes. The Busto Toro, a number 2, and a Churchill.
Okay. They really like that number 2,
Yeah.
torpedo. And most people don't buy it.
Except the Cuban.
Yeah, Cuban
Monkey
Cuban.
number 2.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
will be offering the Toro in a 5-pack.
Oh, okay.
That'll be the only one in the line that will be offering in a 5-pack.
Something tells
It's
me that's
something-
going
it's
to
a-
be an expensive 5-pack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's $100.
It's not a limited edition.
Regular production.
It'll be regular. It'll be made in small batches due to the limited availability of the wrapper, but it's not a limited edition.
Did they say price?
No price. Oh, hold on.
They usually put that on there.
Yes. Robusto is 30, 32 for the Toro, 33 for the number 2, and 35 for the Churchill.
So I was, for the 5-pack, I said it was $100. I'm way off.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah,
off.
way off.
Wow.
And it's
30,
throughout
32,
December.
33, and 35. Crazy.
That's nuts. So the Toro, what, 32 times 5? It's over $150.
For the 5-pack.
Yeah.
$640 a box.
Yep.
Wow. $670 for the number 2. And $700 for the
For the
Churchill
Churchill, it's crazy.
of 20 cigars.
Makes this $10.50 for this Blackened seem like a real deal.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right. You can buy, 4 of these for the price of,
You wonder,
almost 4.
And Alec Bradley's got a cigar that'll be sending out soon
Oh yeah.
called the Chunk.
Oh yeah. That's a
that's a size.
it's a 4x80.
This one's a 4.5 by 60, I think they said. Yeah, it's a 4.5 by 60.
I saw one.
They
that
started the chunk with the
But this is a Maduro.
double.
Yeah.
This was the
Maduro.
double broadleaf. Came in a chunk.
Yes, but there's one that's.
I think
I
that's the
saw
one 4x.
4x80. I'm like, that's crazy.
That's a chunk, all right. A
Yes,
whole chunk of cigar.
they're going to have a 3 by 58, a 4 by 60, a 4 by 64, a 4 by 66, and a 4 by 80 in this line.
Wow.
So they're playing.
That's almost square.
They're playing the nubs game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's absolutely going after the nub. Its nubs sell very well.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 4x80. Seriously.
That sounds like a horse, not a cigar.
I'm getting the sweetness through the retro hell.
I didn't do that yet.
If you retro hell it, you'll definitely get the sweetness.
So just for the record,
Plum.
Is that what you're getting, plum?
Yep.
we did the Blackened cigar and Blackened whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm suggesting a Guinness stout with this.
Guinness stout would be nice,
Yeah.
or even yeah,
No, any stout. you know,
stout. Yeah,
or
dark, something
beer.
dark.
Something really
Yeah.
dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, Guinness fancy.
Nothing wrong
And
with
for a
that.
whiskey, there's only one choice.
What's that?
Black.
I fell right into that, didn't I? I walked right into that one.
Sucker.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know we mentioned this, I think, on the last show, but Pro Cigar is partnering with the Dominican government for a cigar workers school.
Really?
Yeah. And I think we mentioned it once before as something that was coming up.
Well, I don't
Well,
know
Fuente's done that for a long time.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if it's for the whole industry, that's really good.
And the first class is already underway. They're 1 month into the training of a 3-month program.
Nice. Maybe LaFleur should
Train a few more rollers. Yeah, I think they could use them.
They always say they're hiring 100 more people, 100 more people. But you don't get any cigars.
So 100 people quit,
Yeah.
and they hire 100 more people, but you don't get more cigars out of that.
So they're thinking Lito Gomez is the
Owner.
president of Pro Cigars.
Oh,
He told half the event.
Speaking of LaFleur.
Yeah, LaFleur didn't Mercado. Yeah, he said president.
Why would he do that? He's got no rollers now.
Yeah. Told half he expects the first class to contain 40 graduates.
well, so that could be a reason. He helped set up the school so he could get more rollers.
Well, rollers, yeah, really.
Wow. Do you think it would only take 3 months to learn to roll?
Not
I
well.
know. I was going to say. I know it's not that. It's not that difficult to train somebody to say, well, this is what you do. This is what you do. But to actually have a cigar that looks good and burns well
right.
and everything like that.
It takes years.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't sound like 3 months. Does not sound like a long time.
So what are they going to roll? What brand are they going to roll after 3 months? Because I want to stay away from that one.
You know what LaFleur does is they sell those cigars.
They
from-
flavor them.
No. They sell the cigars that the apprentices make, and for a lot less money. It's same blend, same as everything else. It's just rolled by, I don't know if they're called apprentices, but
Yeah.
but that's what they are.
And what brand is that? Do you know?
Just LaFleur. I don't know if it's what blends are used, but I don't know if they have a specific blend or if they just have a generic blend and roll them.
So it's like the concept of a short filler, but it's long filler
Right.
rolled by
Right.
apprentices.
Right, and they're less money.
Well, I should hope so.
Yeah. So it's actually an interesting idea.
Mm-hmm.
That would be like us three rolling cigars and then
Well,
selling them.
I don't know about you two, but nobody would buy a cigar that I roll. It would look like a culebra even if it wasn't a culebra.
Yeah.
The smoking characteristics of a Paul cigar would be tight, loose, tight, loose, loose.
I don't know.
And crooked.
I've rolled some cigars.
We'll just call it a fugly.
I've rolled some cigars and I've blended a cigar, who I think Rocky uses actually. Because when I was down there, he could put a blend together,
Right.
and I'm pretty sure the blend that I put together, he uses. I think it's the 2003 Cameroon.
Really?
Because you know I would go if I was blending
if you were
something.
blending something,
it would be Cameroon. And it came out because I remember when I showed Rocky the blend, he said, "Well, that's an interesting blend." And I'm like, "Thanks." And I rolled it. I think I still have one left. He gave us 5 of them. We smoked. We rolled one. He rolled one there that you can smoke right away. And then as we went on and did all the tour and everything like that, and as we were leaving, well, you had to do shots. You had to sit in a chair, put your head back, and they would pour alcohol down your throat. And if you did that, they
Sounds like one of my parties.
Exactly. Exactly.
Isn't that called the monkey chair?
I don't know. It could be.
You go
It might be.
to do monkey shots, and a monkey shot is you sit in the chair
Is that
and
what
it
it's
leans
called?
all the way back and they dump
Okay.
it right down your
Well,
throat.
that's exactly what he did. And
In my house, we call that the goose.
if you did that, they would give you a 5-pack of the cigars you blended.
But you couldn't taste them.
So I still have one left. So, and that
That's
was
cool.
a long time. I mean, that was like, wow, 2007, 2008, somewhere around there. So it should be pretty aged.
When I was down at
Cameroon doesn't age all that well, though.
No.
General?
Yeah, General Cigars.
Dominican?
05, in the Dominican.
Yeah.
We did the same thing.
Mhm.
We got to put our own blend together, and we had a supervisor with us, and he'd show us what to do. And we rolled the first one. No, we rolled 2. One you got to smoke right away,
Mhm.
and they took the other cigar. And when we were leaving, we had a goodbye dinner
Mm-hmm.
while we were watching fireworks at the ball game down the street.
Nice.
And they gave us a box of 10 of them.
Really?
It's
So you got 10 of them?
10 of them.
Oh,
I still
nice.
have one left
Nice.
from 05.
Nice. Do you remember what your blend was?
No fucking clue.
Oh, I forget. I think I had a.
I had no clue because there was a lot of alcohol involved in that trip.
Some moose shots.
Yeah. Well, the great part about it is I got to meet Ernesto from BP
Oh, Ernie, yeah.
Yeah, because he was
You're still with them, yeah.
Yeah, with the label. And so I got to sit down for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes and just shoot the crap with it. It was really great.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, very good guy.
I remember on that trip that I went to Rockies, I met Ricky Rodriguez for the first time. This was before he had his stroke.
Okay.
So,
So he was full speed, Ricky.
yeah, yeah. And we had a lot to drink. And he started telling us some secrets that they do at General. Playing with stuff. And
Speaking of General, they have a new cigar out in the Arcana line.
yes.
You know, they make a few lines of cigars that they call Arcana because they use rare or unusual tobaccos. And this was an idea that started with the Amazon Basin
With
cigar,
Ricky, yeah.
but it's gone beyond that since he left. So there was, you might recall, the Mortal Coil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that cigar.
Yeah.
There was the Firewalker, which was unusual tobacco because, unlike anywhere else, it's fermented, buried in hot volcanic soil.
Right.
And now the new one is called...
They also have the Oronella.
Well, those were spin-offs within the Amazon Basin
Right.
line.
Right.
These other ones are completely different and new. And the newest one is called Thundersmoke.
Thundersmoke, yeah.
And it's interesting and unusual tobacco. It's all African.
Mm-hmm.
So the filler is South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Cameroon.
Right.
Which is interesting just because it's all African.
Well, La Aurora had the same.
Well, they had the La
the
Aurora Africa.
Africa, right, which was all African tobacco also.
But it was,
originally. It's
yes.
not that anymore.
No. And
They
I
changed
think
it.
originally it was all Cameroon.
Was it?
I think so.
Filler and binder,
I
really?
think it was all
Wow,
Cameroon.
I don't remember that. It could be.
Because back in those days, there wasn't really other tobacco coming out of Africa except Cameroon.
Okay.
It's only within the last year that, who was it that first did it? Christoph started
Yes.
playing with other African tobaccos,
Right, they used it
and they used the Zimbabwe.
guardrail. Was it
Yeah,
the
in the guardrail,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
use Zimbabwean tobacco. And I've never heard of anybody using South African tobacco
Yeah.
before. So it's an interesting thing.
I smoked the guardrail yesterday, actually. It's actually a good
Now-
cigar.
I've smoked the Thundersmoke, and I thought it was a good cigar. Not a great cigar, but a good cigar. Worth, I think it's going for $12.95. Worth a try. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I found I like stronger cigars. It had a different taste, something that excited the taste buds a little bit
Yeah.
more than usual.
I agree with you, and I know Paul does not.
That's why I phrased it the way I did.
I know exactly what you're doing. But I agree. I think it's an okay cigar. It's a decent cigar. It's better than a lot of other stuff that's coming out of
That's
General.
for sure.
But
Part of the
you
reason
should try it.
It's
Yeah.
Part of the
definitely
reason-
worth a try.
Yeah.
part of the reason why I enjoyed it, it was something totally different.
Right.
Right? They went out on it, they tried it. I think they almost got it. They almost did.
Do you know?
Instead of hitting it at a park, it made the outfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was
Warning
a good
track.
cigar, yeah.
Do you know what I think the problem is with that cigar? The same thing is wrong with the Firewalker. It's the size. They call it a Toro, but it's
too
not
fat.
it's not a Toro. It's like a six
It's
and
a
a
Toro
half.
Gordo.
Yes, and it's a lot bigger ring gauge, 64 or or not 64,
54.
54 or 56. It's a much bigger cigar. If they made that cigar smaller, like a true Toro or a
Or
Robusto, I think it would
taste better.
taste better, yeah, because of the.
But what that suggests is that the African tobaccos in it don't taste that good. So in a smaller cigar, you'd be tasting more wrapper
Right.
instead of all those.
That's what I'm
fillers.
saying. So, I don't know. I think they should have made it a smaller because it's the same size as the Firewalker.
Right.
And it's just too big
It's
of
a
a cigar.
fat Toro.
It's a fat, yeah, extremely fat Toro. But
Toro Grande.
yeah, Toro Grande. Yeah, that's what it is.
Might be a little late, but we're a half hour in. Do you want to give first thoughts?
No, I just rather smoke the damn thing.
First impressions.
No, we're
It
on
makes a
roll.
great smoker.
Yeah. Again, forget it. We'll continue to talk. We'll give the ending things.
Yeah, we'll wait to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think it would do better as a smaller cigar.
Yes, I agree.
And it only comes in one size, so same thing with the Firewalker. Same thing with all the Arcana line.
Yep.
It only comes in one size. But the better ones are the smaller ones,
Yep.
like the Ornella and the Mortal Coil and the original Amazon Basin is a true Toro size.
Yes.
6x50.
I wish they made the original in a Corona.
God, that would be nice. Oh, somebody makes one very, very similar.
Really?
Yes, and I'm surprised that General hasn't gone after this company because I think I have one in my box up front. I'll show it to you. It looks exactly like the
Oh yeah, with
The
the, little
Amazon
rope
Basin.
braid thing on it.
Even
Yeah.
the rope.
it's got
Even
the
leaf
band.
wrapped
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
It
I
looks
forgot
exactly
who was
like
it who
it.
makes
But
one.
it
I
doesn't
smoked
And it's a
taste
one.
Corona. It's Esteban Carrera.
Right.
does
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
It's very good, but it doesn't taste anything.
No,
like the
well, no.
Amazon Basin.
No, because you're not using the Amazon
Amazon
tobacco. Yeah, but it looks exactly like it, and it's a Corona size. Have you had
Yeah,
it?
I had one.
Yeah,
The rep gave me one.
yeah. So, but
Sean Vane.
it's Sean from Esteban Carrera. He always says that. I'm like, yes, Sean, I know you're from Esteban Carrera.
Yeah, we figured it was happening.
Yeah. He's fun.
I was at a shop in New
Sean
Jersey.
Quay. He always say, yeah.
Sean Quay.
Sean Quay. He always says it. Hey, Rob, it's Sean Quay from Esteban Carrera. I'm like, yes, Sean, I know who you are. I know who you're with.
I was in,
showing the guy who gives me his
Yeah.
Carreras.
I was in a shop in New Jersey yesterday, and who should walk in
Sonia
but
Henny?
Ron Melendi,
The cigar purveyor?
the cigar purveyor who doesn't purvey any cigars.
No. Was he wearing his hat?
Mm-hmm. He's a good enough guy.
He's a great guy. I love talking to him. I really do. But he doesn't sell me cigars. And he calls himself the cigar purveyor. Like, dude. Even with his emails, it says the cigar. He actually had a hat made, like you said. It's a hat that says cigar purveyor. And he doesn't sell any cigars.
And he was traveling with a guy, I forget his name, he used to be our Gurkha rep.
Our Gurkha rep. John Toscano?
Yeah,
Was he?
yeah. I don't know why what they were doing together.
Causing trouble.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, they were hanging around bad-mouthing Jason. which anybody who knows him does.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder why. I haven't seen. John dropped off 2 boxes of cigars. And he goes, I'll be back to tell you about these cigars.
That was a year ago.
He's never come back. I still have the 2 boxes.
Yeah, I know, they're sitting right behind his desk.
I'm like, he's never
2
coming
boxes?
for them. 2 boxes.
Have you opened them?
No.
Well, just share the wealth. They're free now.
They were free to begin with.
Well, there you go. Let's share the wealth.
I didn't have the impression they were very good.
I have no idea. They're still sealed, 2 boxes.
You would have put them in the universe for a little while before you open them.
Yeah. my old buggy.
That would not be a good thing.
No. But so you would drink a Guinness with this, and obviously a black and white. What about you?
Wait,
had
could
the
I ask
same
you a question?
Yeah.
A
Is there
stout.
anything that you would not drink a Guinness with?
No. Why would you?
Why would you?
I just,
It's a great beer.
It is great.
There isn't much of anything it won't go well with.
Yeah. I love dark beers.
If you're eating food or drinking or smoking a cigar or having whiskey, you know, doesn't go with all booze, but
What I like even better than stouts are out of Germany. They call them black lagers.
Mm-hmm.
the box.
No, it's a regular. It's a beer. It's a lager, but they use toasted barley in it, so it comes out dark and it tastes dark.
It looks like Guinness, but it doesn't taste like that.
I remember when I was in Switzerland, I had a dark beer, and I can't remember. It was a draft, so it was probably one of their local beers, and I don't remember what it was. I just said, bring me something dark, and it was the best beer I ever had. It was unbelievably good.
Local beers in Northern Europe,
Oh,
absolutely.
my
I
God.
can honestly say the best beer I ever had was from Germany.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, when I was over there vacationing, we were in a little town, I couldn't remember the name of it, so little. I says, what's the best beer you got? And they came back with this beer called Adam's Bar.
Mhm.
And it was like a golden lager.
Mm-hmm.
It was just delicious. And it took me about 7 years to find a 6-pack here in the States. But I found
It doesn't taste the same because of all the restrictions.
It almost does.
Because
Almost.
all the restrictions they have in this country, they take out basically the flavor. When you go over there, their beers are so much better.
Yeah.
They're richer.
Yeah, they're full of taste.
Yes.
Here, it's just it's just ridiculous.
have
So
you
you
guys
have
had
to
anything
settle
from, it's a brewery in Indiana called Three Floyds.
I've heard of them.
I've heard of it.
They never
Don't you
used to
have
come
it?
east.
Somebody, a Floyd in your family?
My dad.
Okay.
I mean, that's the only reason I've heard of them.
They never used to come east.
But I remember.
When I used to travel to the Midwest with the insurance company, I would get them all the time. And I actually just walked in and there was the big case of zombie dust sitting in the cabinet or in the case in the liquor store or beer store. They're
Mhm.
finally on the East Coast now.
Okay.
It's very, very good. If you see anything, try it.
And what's it called?
Three Floyds
No,
is a
the one,
brewery.
the one
Zombie
that you
dust.
saw.
Zombie dust.
Zombie dust.
Yeah. Very
Is
good.
that
It's an
a
IPA.
seasonal deal like for
No, it's
Halloween?
It's their #1 seller. It's on the shows that are on NBC, the Chicago shows.
Yeah.
Always drinking that.
Really?
Yeah, it's really big in Chicago, Three Floyds.
Huh.
And I remember when I first had it, I came east and there was a guy who used the beer store in Southampton. And I asked him, he goes, no, they don't care about sending it to east. We've tried, but now they send it.
Okay. No, if I see it, I'll try to pick some up. Try it out. Zombie dust. Huh. Okay. Interesting name. What kind of beer is it?
It's an IPA.
It is? Okay.
Everything's an IPA nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the interesting boutique beers are IPA.
I just stick to my Yingling lager. It's good.
Oh, it's very good.
The oldest beer in America.
Mm-hmm.
I like their black and tan.
Actually, I've never had a bad beer from them. They get a long line of stuff.
Yeah, they do. The black and tans are good.
As the man said,
As a
cigar
pre-mixed
clips.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
He said that with a cigar.
Yeah.
Probably to go out.
So, but I like the half and halves, like the real half and half.
We got Harp and
Guinness.
Harp and Guinness. Yeah, yeah.
And if poured properly, it separates.
Well, yeah, have to. You have to pour it properly. You have to pour it over. You put the harp in, and then you pour
You
the
pour
Guinness,
the Guinness over it.
over a spoon, and it layers. So, good stuff.
You know what else people drink over a spoon?
Soup?
No, not from a spoon.
Oh.
Over a spoon.
Oh.
Of course, I'm going to forget the name of it. No. That hallucinatory drink.
Alton?
Yeah. The way they make it, they put a sugar cube
At the
on a
bottom of the
spoon
glass, yeah.
and pour it over into the glass, over the sugar and into the
I thought
glass.
that shit's illegal.
Oh,
No, it's not.
There's another. There's
That's an urban
another
legend.
drink.
Huh?
It's got a disgusting name, but there's another drink that they do that. It's called booger in the grass.
Booger.
Was it green?
It's a green liqueur. Which I'm not sure what it is. And you take Bailey's, take a spoon, invert it, and let it drip off.
It's Aaron Rodgers' favorite drink.
Huh?
Is
It's
it
Aaron
really?
Rodgers. They showed him on Sunday night, and it looked like he was eating his boogers. He was picking
Ah,
his nose.
dude.
He was picking his nose, and then he had his hands in his mouth. And he was on Pat McAfee yesterday. He said, no, listen, I have never eaten my boogers. He said, I took a pretty good shot, and what I was doing was I had the smelling salts that I was trying to really, like, get into my system.
Right.
Looked like he was eating them, though.
Smelling salts
Anyway,
in his
anyway.
nose and then picked out and put in his mouth.
Yeah.
I use that as a test with bartenders. He says, "Oh, we'll make you anything you want." I said, "Make me a booger in the grass." And they look at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah, we used to drink something when I used to go to this club in Brooklyn. It was called the Brain Hemorrhage. It had the
yeah.
green liqueur and it had the red, the cherry stuff in it. It looked like a brain hemorrhage sitting in the glass.
I used to drink one called Test Tube Baby.
When I was working in the
It was
restaurant,
red with a
Yeah.
one drop of milk, and it would just like linger there, so it looked like a fetus.
there was this one drink I would use as a test when I hired new bartenders when I was working in the restaurant business. I said, "Make me a Pan-Galactic Golden Blaster." Remember Doug Adams' series of books about the universe?
No.
They actually made a movie about it.
Well,
Anyway.
The Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide
Guide
to
to
the
the
Universe.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it, the Hitchhiker's Guide. Well, I love that series of books. That was great. But anyway, there was a drink in the book, and they called it the Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. And when it first came out, nobody knew what it was. Well, somebody actually created a Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster. And now you just look up the word, and it gives you all the ingredients. It's 7 different liquors.
Really?
If poured properly, each liquor is a layer.
Really?
And it sits there. And you could either just drink it that way,
Mhm.
because after a couple of sips it all mixes anyway. But, or you could just mix it up and do it, with a straw or a spoon. But it's a Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster.
When I lived in Milwaukee, in the winter time when it got cold, they would drink something called Abergoots, which was a short glass of blackberry brandy with a shot of peppermint schnapps on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you would drink that, and it would keep you warm and keep you going at the
Really?
same time. Yeah,
Interesting.
Abergoots.
Okay.
Gee, we're touching all kinds of subjects today.
Oh yeah. Anything with sports today?
Nothing to talk about there.
Nothing to talk about.
Except the insane price of a World Series ticket.
What'd you say it was?
$3,000.
Oh my
Starting at $3,000.
That-
And that's directly from the Dodgers, not from one of the,
yeah.
yeah.
I wonder what the Yankees are charging for their seats. Probably around the same, if not
Okay.
more.
And they charge extra from Mets fans.
Those seats behind home plate at the Yankees games, they're more than $3,000 a seat to begin with.
I don't know.
So if they were a
So
World
for World Series,
seat,
it's got to be a lot more than that. But I'm just talking, just wonder what a regular ticket is.
There's they call it the speakeasy in right field at Citi Field. I don't know if you noticed, but when they're playing right field, if the ball's ever hit against the wall, the the fans are right there. There's a glass wall.
Mm.
And it's actually not as bad as I thought. It's 25 grand for the entire season. But that's all the liquor, all the food for every game for the year.
For 81 games.
Yeah.
But not the World Series.
Not the World Series. No, that's on top. Not that the Mets.
I think if you buy a season ticket, you get dibs on a World Series ticket,
Yeah,
but you
you
still
get-
have to buy it.
Correct.
Best seats I ever had watching a ball game was in my parents' house.
In your parents' house?
Oh, dig this. Mom comes down and says, "You guys want anything to eat while you're watching the game?"
There you go.
My dad yells, "Hot dogs!" She comes back down with a tray of hot dogs and mustard. And I was old enough at the time. I'm drinking a beer. And my buddy was there. He's drinking a beer. My dad's got his coffee. And we're sitting on the backs of the chairs and the sofa. And my mom comes in and goes, "What the hell are you guys doing?" My dad says, "We're watching a game from the bleachers."
Nice. My best seats were in Fenway Park. I sat first row behind home plate. They were the best seats ever. And because you're so, first of all, Fenway Park is, you know, iconic.
Right.
And you're sitting behind home plate, first row, and you can hear the umpire talking to the batters, the catchers, you know, everything. You can hear everything that's going on because it's so close.
Remind me after we're off air to tell you the story. My brother's company has the Hall of Fame seats at, not the Vet, Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah.
And we got the 4 seats to go see the Yankees and Phillies a few years ago. Remind me to tell you the story with those. I can't tell it on the air.
Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Or,
No, not the
Diamond.
Hall of Fame, the Diamond Club.
Diamond
right
Club,
behind
okay.
home plate.
because I sit in Hall of Fame all the time.
Yeah.
Hall of Fames are, they're great seats. So, all right, let's get our final thoughts here, Moose.
I like the cigar. It's tasty. It will go good with the booze we cook
Mm-hmm.
and the beer.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy it. Smoke production for me is cut down a little bit,
You're not going to be.
but because you puff it too fast.
Yeah, probably.
The blended tobaccos here is just totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just very tasty. I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Okay. Paul.
I like this cigar too. Smoke production has been great. It's gone through a little bit of transition, but not a whole lot.
Yeah. But it's the same flavors that you get in the beginning, but it just kind of works its way back and changes.
I also find it's got a, aside from the Maduro sweetness, it's got a hint of tartness to it
Okay.
that I find interesting and unusual. I give it a 9.0.
Okay. I get through the retro ale. I'm getting more taste through the retro ale. Not that I'm not getting anything, but I'm getting the pepper through the mouthfeel. Pepper like on the middle of my tongue, not the front.
Yeah.
Through the retro ale, I'm getting a cocoa taste, and I have no idea where that's coming from, because normally that's indicative of Nicaraguan tobacco. Is it? Did you say there's Nicaraguan?
Yeah.
Nicaraguan
It's
Maduro?
Nicaraguan Maduro.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's where it's coming from. I'm definitely getting the sweetness, and I'm also getting a creaminess through the retro ale.
Which you don't expect from this kind of cigar.
Right, exactly. It's really good. I'm inclined to go Moose's way, 9.5.
Another thing is it's good enough for a beginner to smoke and an accomplished smoker to smoke. It covers
It's
a lot
not
more.
so strong that it would blow your head off if you're a beginner.
Right.
Exactly.
But it's
yeah.
complicated and interesting enough. If you're an experienced smoker, you'll enjoy it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It'll hold your attention. Absolutely correct. If somebody is a Connecticut smoker or a, Sumatra smoker or something like that, and they want to try, they're afraid to try a Maduro, this is absolutely
A safe Maduro.
a safe Maduro, right? Perfect one to try.
And it will give you everything that you want to know about Maduro because it's got 4 different kinds in it.
Right. I think it's really, really good. So, I think I've only had 1 or 2 of the S84s the Connecticut version. And it's been a while since I've had them. They came out last year.
Because of the Connecticut wrapper.
Yeah.
Still a tasty cigar, though.
Is it?
Still a tasty cigar. I would say not quite as good as this, but
Do
still.
you know offhand, or is the filler and binder still Maduro?
Yeah.
On the
I'm
Connecticut
pretty
one?
sure
Yeah.
it is. The Connecticut wrapper is the only difference, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's the same blend, same makeup. But
I mean, it could be a little more of this and a little more of that. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm pretty sure that it's all Maduro except for the wrapper.
They probably don't use the one sucker because it would be too strong for the Connecticut wrapper.
Maybe. Oh, maybe, yeah, could be. I think it would be interesting to try it opposite. Use the Mexican St. Andres as the binder and put the
Connecticut broadleaf.
Connecticut broadleaf as the wrapper.
That would be interesting.
Yeah. Because that's a
I
much,
think any way you combine
Is it
these four
Connecticut
tobaccos is
broadleaf
going to be
wrapper or
good.
Pennsylvania broadleaf?
No, it's Connecticut broadleaf. The Pennsylvania is in the filler,
yeah.
Okay.
and it's that one sucker Maduro.
I think the Connecticut broadleaf is a much sweeter
Yes.
leaf than the
St.
St. Andrews. So I think that would give you much more sweetness for the cigar.
I think it would be interesting if they folded some Brazilian Maduro into the
Wow.
cigar.
Yeah,
With the coffee flavors that
Mhm.
you get off of that.
yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching. And go out and get some of these. These are really good. I think pretty sure all our stores have them. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Smoke often and smoke happy.
Ciao for now, everybody.
Smoke them if you got them.